So, after Shams reported that Giannis is exploring options outside of Milwaukee, the Greek Freak's future still undecided. Since being drafted by the Bucks in 2013, Giannis has gained quite the resume, winning a title, Finals MVP, regular season MVP twice. So Giannis took to Twitter to have some fun answering fan questions. He said his favorite city to play in on the road is New York, and Florida cities make him the most happy to visit. Okay, Marcus, I'll start with you. I co-sign on this. My favorite place, you're all here. And Florida cities also make me the happiest. So I'm with him. Are these tweets something or nothing?
I would say nothing. As a player, the Garden in New York always was my favorite place to play. Like the energy you get when playing in New York and playing in the Garden is just literally unmatched, right? And being a guy that's in Milwaukee, when I'm talking about Giannis, when you get to Florida and you get out, you get off the plane and it's sunny and you're like, man, I can see myself here. Which begs the question. I feel like Miami is the spot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a spot.
Reading deeply into this answer, ask me anything.
No, nothing bad. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead.
We know you are a big fan of Florida. I also think this is nothing. I think when you talk to most NBA players, the three cities they mention, New York, Miami, and LA, especially to Marcus's point, if you're coming from a small market. And I just think this was engaging. Now, I am fully aware that Giannis was probably smirked when he was answering these questions and was like, this is going to get him going. Because, yeah, it is. But I also think if there is any truth to New York, I don't know what the Knicks' flexibility is. They obviously are on an incredible run this year. But I think you got to look at Brooklyn as, like, a piece of this conversation. Now, I don't know how quickly they would be prepared to win, and I think winning is a big piece of whatever Giannis is going to do next. But if he can get on board with the timeline.
Yeah. The Heat need a superstar, too. Stephen A.?
Both of you are wrong.
Oh.
You're wrong.
Oh.
This is something, and let me tell you why it's something. Because if you talk to members of the New York Knicks, they certainly believe they have a possibility. And they believe they have a possibility for one reason and one reason alone. They think it's possible that Giannis will say he wants to be in New York. That's why. Because when you have a superstar of his magnitude, obviously, even though he has 2 years left on his deal plus a player option, if he makes it clear that he doesn't want to be a part of an organization, that's not a location you're going to move him to. And because that's the reality, you'll probably need a third team if it were to happen. Because of the numbers involved and the players that the New York Knicks would give up wouldn't be enough, because what players would be enough for Giannis? But in the end, if this superstar, and he is a superstar, if this brother says, I want to be traded to the New York Knicks, and he tells Milwaukee that, and Milwaukee gets on the phone and tries to work out a deal with the New York Knicks, it most certainly could be done under those circumstances. Those are the only circumstances it could happen. It can't be where they're competing against a bunch of people. No, it has to be Giannis like, I want to go there. And they believe it's possible he may say that.
What about the
Heat? So to me, it leaves it open.
Well, what about the Nets? Are those possible?
Well, the Heat, not the Nets. The Nets.
Why?
I got to disagree, right? I think the Nets can possibly be there.
If Giannis says it.
But I don't. No, it's not Giannis.
That's what I'm talking about, what Giannis going to say. If Giannis coming to New York, he ain't going to Brooklyn.
So is Milwaukee. What if they don't want the assets that New York coming up with? What if they want to blow it up and start it all over? Brooklyn has.
Everything is predicated, Marcus, on Giannis saying where he wants to go. That's what I'm saying.
So you think wherever he says he wants to go, that they're going to send him wherever, no matter what the package is.
He should go to New York or Florida.
I don't think they just go.
I'm not saying they don't get what the package is.
He should go where it makes him happy.
They got to make sure they get an equitable package.
Hey, I got to ask you this question. So if y'all get to the finals, no, just say if New York win the finals and Giannis say, I want to go to New York, are you changing that team and getting Giannis?
Good question, Marcus.
Good question.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I would too.
Apologies.
I just wanted to see what you were going to say.
My apologies
you were good with your
to anybody. My apologies outside of Jalen Brunson. My apologies to every player, every assistant, every manager, every equipment manager, the custodial workers, the security guard and security is always good to me. I love them. I love all them brothers. Damn it, I'd give up myself for Giannis to be in New York if it mattered. I mean, I don't give a damn what it is. Giannis.
So it's not about championships.
Giannis in New York.
So is it about championships or is it about Giannis?
July?
No. I'm saying to you, Giannis will come and win one.
We need June to happen because we need to know what's going
I
on.
agree with
this
that,
is
too.
just the first domino that would be falling.
Sure.
By the way, Monica.
Suggesting that he's leaving you a little breadcrumb, that he's leaving you a little hint that in this offseason where all the speculation will be about his departing Milwaukee and where does he want to go, that he means New York. Monica McNutt, was that something or nothing?
Listen, Greeny, we all are. What 3 cities get mentioned anytime guys are asked their favorite NBA cities?
New York, LA. I would
You know
have
the
to
last
say
Miami. Yeah. Like, duh. Like, this is any.
He doesn't want to spill the tea.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So, like, this is nothing. And I get it. Emotions are high in New York. There could be no wrong. The Pope went to Villanova. Like, the whole thing. It's great here in New York. But no, this is nothing.
This is nothing.
Nothing.
The idea that the Knicks might try to get Giannis. Well, let me reframe the question. The Knicks are now in the Final Four without Giannis, with this Villanova-led group and all the rest of that. Who knows, what influence the Pope has over all of that?
And
But you know
the
what I'm saying? What's that?
It was the anointing of the day.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, like, are the Knicks fans that you guys hear from, like, are they all still saying, "Oh, get us Giannis, whatever we have to do to give up"? Because what you're giving up, of course, is this group that everyone has fallen in love with that has taken this team now to the Final Four.
They use it as the safety net if the Knicks can't win a championship this year. That's what stuff like that is. Now, see, Road City to me is the key phrase. If it was just city, then you can probably get hype. But Road City means he likes to visit, but maybe doesn't want to quite live here. But that's one of the worst kept secrets in the league. He loves New York, a big Greek community in this city, of course, somewhere he's very comfortable visiting.
Also
in fact, when their season ended, the first place he was seen is in Manhattan. It is not something that is a surprise. He also did wax poetic about Wisconsin and Florida.
You know where else there's a big African population, not just New York, also in Houston, Texas.
That's where I'm at. Okay, we're on the same page here. I will also add, all we know about Giannis, he's extremely savvy. There are no tax breaks in New York. I just want to call that out. So everybody just calm down.
But do you know where there are tax breaks?
I do.
In Texas.
Is this a commercial?
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the Rockets. I feel like I heard a lot of conversation about San Antonio coming out of the draft lottery and all that, which last time I checked, my atlas is also in the state of Texas. It might make, if I'm Giannis right now and I'm looking at the situations, and if my goal, see, one of the complicated things that we do when we start assessing where people should go is we start assuming we know what their priorities are. People's priorities in life are allowed to be whatever they want them to be. I've been doing this 30 years. I'm always trying to put someone in a place where they could win another championship. The late, great Kobe Bryant, I remember when he signed his last deal in LA. I remember saying on the air, you know what? He should have tried to go somewhere else where he could have a chance to win at the very end of his career. But obviously, he knew best. It was important to him to finish there, and whatever the reasons were, they were.
Steph Curry last year.
And Steph as well, and LeBron and all the rest of that. So maybe what he's interested in is worrying about where he wants to live and where he wants to finish, the second chapter of his career. But if it was just about winning, if his number one priority was winning a championship again, where should he want to go?
That's a tough question because, all these teams have to give up so much to actually get them. Like,
so don't you dare say what I think you're about to say with that in mind.
So are they even in position to say they're going to win a championship? Like Milwaukee is not in position to say they're going to win a championship. So staying there is also, is not what he wants to be.
Where he going?
My opinion, and I'm going to say this because I doubled back on it a couple weeks ago.
Say it with your chest.
I'm going to say Miami.
Yep.
Like, I love Miami. I love the